needed
Nice.
hot sauce.
Oh, I think I'm gonna cook tonight.
Ooh, I got.
Spaghetti.
Ooh, spaghetti's good. Do you buy your own sauce or do you make your own sauce?
I buy it.
Okay. I mean,
I'm not.
kiss.
I'm not that skilled.
I make a really good red sauce with like you put like white wine in it and everything, like cook out the alcohol and yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Alrighty.
Hey. Whoa.
Sorry, I have to pull up the stream so I can see how much time we have left.
I think it just says starting soon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I pulled it up on my phone and just saw like aloha. Hi Aaron. Hi Hunter.
We're back.
Kinda.
Yeah, after we finish this session, I'm just gonna like literally I'm gonna like I wish I could like take my brain, like you know how you get like a wet rag and you can like
Ring it
squeeze it
out.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. That's like basically what I do with my brain. I just kind of sit and just be one with existence.
Aaron says, "Wow, it's been ages."
I know we're finally back after 3 months hiatus. 3 minute hiatus. It's all right. I know you're the biggest fan of our show. It's okay.
I kept it minimized during our since. Uh, yeah, I feel like you can minimize the chat on the side
Yeah, you can minimize it.
because I only post in the chat when it's like the full
Everybody's
group,
there.
so
Yeah.
I can just yeah.
Do. Hey, we're live.
Hey,
What? Let me play some ambiance before I do my intro. Because everybody watching over on YouTube or VOD is gonna think this was shit.
dying.
Everybody on YouTube and VOD is gonna be like, wow, this is a new video. Nope, it's the same day. Literally 10 minutes later. Sick. Cool. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Roll Marriage, where we cast some spells and tell some tales. Hope you all have an amazing day, week, night, year, existence. Today we are joined by the amazing gremlin himself, Basilton Grimm.
Hello.
Just for anybody out there that's coming in for the first time and wondering what the crap is going on and who these people are, I'm going to be your headmaster of trauma and emotions, Christian. And Colton, can you just please tell us a little bit about maybe who you are a little bit and maybe just a tad bit about Basilton?
I'm trying to think of things to say about myself. I am a very nerdy guy who loves like D&D and tabletop games and thought, "Hey, Harry Potter might be fun." So, yeah, and then Hunter says I'm the worst. So, that also. Um
Nice.
and then Baz is well, he said a gremlin of a character who causes chaos, gets in trouble, but can still somehow be one of the better people with magic.
Yeah. Sick. Uh, hell yeah. And it is your third year in your Slytherin. Yep.
Yeah, that I forgot those things.
You're good. Let me just take a sip of water and we begin here. Alrighty. Before I asked Liz, since we are playing kind of throughout this next week, um, throughout these next days, throughout the week long that you guys have to, or that Liz and Neil, not Liz, Sage and Neil have to make their decision of what they would like to do. Is there any specific day you'd like to play within? I know Liz did the day afterwards. You could do a different day. I would say that you guys talked on Tuesday. That's when the whole thing went down. Um, you could play any day after that. You could finish off that day because we kind of ended after you guys' defense in dark arts class or anything
Uh,
like that.
so are we gonna be playing like in the next like the next session? That will be like what day would that be on?
The next session will have been a week. Next group session will have been a whole week later.
Okay, I'll do like a Friday, like the
Friday,
Friday.
Friday
Yeah,
night.
end of the week. You know.
Hell yeah. Um, it is currently Friday morning. As Basilton is waking up in his Slytherin dorm. Uh, the sun kind of sets over the black, not sets, rises over the black lake onto the amazing castle of Hogwarts witchcraft and wizardry in the year 2015. Basilton wakes up in his Slytherin common room. Um, Not common room, sorry, Slytherin dorm.
I just
Wake up.
passed out on the couch. Just.
Had a rager the night before. You wake up in your dorm room, seeing the sunlight coming in, not from any tower, not from um, any place high up. You see it coming in from the underwater waters of the Black Lake as the sunlight's kind of dancing on the water and rays are kind of going into the lake. That's the only kind of light that you're getting from. Maybe, of course, if you have a candle lit in the room as well, or two as well. But as far as natural light, that's the only light that's coming into the room. But as you start to kind of wake up for your day, you know that you have maybe about one or two classes today. You know, you have history of magic and herbology. Um, we don't have to go through those classes, but those are just kind of the classes that you have for the day. Um, 'Cause I know you had some other stuff that you wanted to take care of. But as you wake up, can you just give me like this little small description of Basilton for
uh,
anybody out there that's wondering what it looks like?
yeah. So Basilton is short. He's like I'm gonna guess like 4'11", 4'10". Like
Yeah,
he's the smallest one in the group.
yeah.
He has pink like hair shaved on the sides. It's like a light pink. Always looks like he's up to something or gonna get into trouble somehow. And
Somehow he has on the same robes as everybody else in the school, but looks like
mine
the
are,
best dressed
yeah, mine
out
are
of
somehow more
everybody.
expensive.
Yeah,
uh, Liz says I am our local gremlin, and Hunter says sparrow boned goblin man for Bass.
amazing, amazing,
Yeah.
very on par. But yeah, you kind of start to get ready for the day, put on your robes and such like that. You know that your class doesn't start till 9:30. Um, what would Basil's be up to? Before you have about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours before your class starts. So what would Basilton be kind of getting up to before then?
I think he would be seeing if he got a letter back from the one that he sent last
To
session
your
to his,
mom.
yeah, from his mom,
Um,
and then
and you would have gotten a letter back maybe like the night last night. It's sitting on your windowsill as you kind of open, not open, but you kind of wake up. It just basically says, um, we can talk. She says the only way that I know of to talk to you is through letter. If you'd like to talk in person, I'm afraid it will have to wait until winter break. If it can wait. If not, then I will try to get in contact with you another way.
Write her and just be like, get in contact with me another way. It's important, and just
Got
leave
you.
it at that.
And you don't know of another way, but you can tell maybe she has something up her sleeve. So, um,
Yeah.
that is forthcoming. But you kind of get ready for the day. You know, get your hair all niced up and gelled down or gelled up, and get ready for the day. Where will
For the
Basilton be going to first?
I feel like he'd probably go get breakfast
Yeah, yeah, of
and then
course.
go to like probably he'd probably go up, get breakfast, then head back down towards where the rich people club was at, because he's now like, no, it's been abandoned. This is now mine. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make this into a place for me and my friends. And
yeah.
if anybody has a
So,
problem with that, I'll deal with
so
it.
as you get your breakfast and come back down, how would this room have changed since the last time you guys went in it? As last time you went in, it was full of cobwebs and dust and just completely empty.
It would be clean, and then Baz would have snuck down some like dueling targets, a few different pieces of furniture, because like shrinking it, making it the light as a feather spell, and then just pocketing them and going around
Yeah,
just stealing things randomly from Hogwarts to
yeah,
shove in this
definitely,
room.
definitely.
Like,
Anything specific besides like dueling targets and furniture and things like that?
there would be like maps of Hogwarts, like the grounds of Hogwarts, and then like all of the boroughs that are
Mhm.
like around that area, pretty much like the Hogwarts Legacy map.
Okay.
And
Where question for you out of character? Where would you have kept the bag with the compass at?
Baz keeps that on him.
Okay.
Yeah, that
So
is shrunken down and like tucked into his pants so nobody can
gotcha.
steal it from him.
Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure. So sick. Yeah, you get your breakfast and just because I want to know, would there be a less kind of would there be less communication with Glenn than usual?
I think Baz would be giving her space, but would still be sending her messages and like just kind of like, hey, you good? Like, if you
Yeah,
need to talk, I'm here. I'm gonna let you work through this, but I want to make sure that you're not gonna go and murder Neil
yeah,
right away.
yeah. Um, and also, would you have told anybody else about this room? Your brother, Quentin, Christian, Neil,
I
anybody
think
else?
Baz is keeping it more to himself right now, but in the future he's gonna open it up to like his main group of friends and then the others over time, but
Gotcha.
not
But for
there
now,
yet.
you just kind of chilling in your
It
own room.
it's his own, besides the fact that he has his own bedroom. It's his own like secret spot that nobody can knock on the door and find him.
Yeah. Um, and you'd have just an amazing breakfast, assortments of just the finest fruits and blueberries, strawberries, pancakes, French toast, all that good stuff. Sorry. But you would just kind of get ready for the days. As you kind of eat, that takes up about maybe 30 minutes. So now you only have an hour until class. Is there? Did you just kind of want to chill until then?
Yeah,
Or did you want to go and do something?
I feel like Baz would either be practicing magic or like chilling and reading a book about like the dueling spells that he will be learning this year, just so he can kind of try to get advanced on them before everyone else.
Gotcha. You actually get a message from a first year, um, a first year Slytherin. They didn't put a name, but they just said, "Hey, Battleton." Um, well, no, I guess they would have to have put a name since it was a first year Slytherin. They say this is Bradley Fitchenpork. I'll write it
Fid-
down.
I was about to be like, how Fidgeon pork? Pork? Like,
Basically, kitchen port
full.
without the K.
I was about to be like, you went full British with this name.
Bradley Fishing Folk. But the message just basically says, "Hey, Basilson, I heard that you were an amazing duelist, and I was wondering if I could get lessons from you. I heard around, he probably heard around Slytherin that you were the best of your year.
Baz would be like, why do you need, like, would write him back, like, why do you need dueling lessons? Like, what's going on?
I and you just get like a quick message back 5 minutes later. I would like to try out for the dueling club, and so I don't have much friends to teach me. And you seem to be pretty nice. And I've seen you in the paper, so
Everyone's seen me in the paper, I guess. Um,
well, I mean, you're
Baz
on the front page of the Daily Prophet like eight
constantly.
out of 10, 7 or 8 out of 10 times. So
Yeah. So Baz would just write back like, I can give you a couple pointers,
nice.
and like would send him a uh like later tonight. I'll ask the defense against our dark arts teacher if we can use his room.
Okay. Just thanks, sir. And you can tell, like, even like reading the letter, you can tell the excitement in his voice. Just thanks. Um, wow, you're pretty cool. Bye.
Okay. Oh no, it's another Neil. God damn it.
Now you have your own personal Neil.
Oh
Um,
God.
but you get ready for the day, get ready for class and such like that. And I'm guessing you just head off. Question
Yeah.
for you though, before we start, did you actually want to go through the classes, or because this is history of magic and herbology? Like,
I say we can skip those
okay,
because
because I
I
want to
feel
make sure.
like 90% there's like a 50-50 chance Baz will be in
Yeah,
the class just sleeping.
history of
So
magic. Yeah, definitely.
is it still taught by the ghost?
I have
I
a
think it was History of Magic that had the ghost teacher who died and kept working, and Hogwarts is like, all right, cool, we're not gonna pay him now.
where is it at? Important figures, important figures, important figures. There it goes. Let's see.
Aaron says yes. Or Professor Binns, yep, saving funds. I also want to start doing something with Baz where he like just can't remember people's names but remembers closely to them. So like, Fitch and Fork will be Pigeon Pork. Like, hi, Pigeon Pork.
That's not my name. He probably say something like that. Yes, we'll say it's taught by Professor Binns. Or Bims. Yeah, Binns. Um, but yeah, it's still taught by him, and it's a snooze fest. He has the most monotone voice in the world.
God.
Today we are learning about history of magic. Cause he's kind of like it's weird because in this class he kind of like walks through you guys' desks as he's like, when like people are like lecturing and they like walk around the classroom while they're like reading something. He does that a lot of like walking through you guys' desks and walking through a wall and then coming back through the wall, um, things like that. So, but you go through history of magic and herbology, and it is now probably about 2:33.
Okay.
Um, kind of get out of class. Um, what's Baz's plan? What does he want to do?
Uh, Baz is gonna go back to the secret room,
Mhm.
and he is going to kind of steal from Glenn and kind of meditate on, but thinking about the night that his eyes turned red against his will, and thinking about like the
Mm,
emotions that he was feeling, and like what was going on, and try to put things together.
roll me a magic check.
Can I
Good sir.
can I add my modifiers or no?
Yes, you may.
Oh, I don't. I don't really need to, but 14.
Yeesh. Okay.
this is saying the panic I know was sent through Aaron when he said steal from Glenn. I just was stealing her meditation. Creepy music.
Yes. I haven't played this one in a while. Missed it. As your Do you do anything specific in your secret, like light some candles, or like is it
Yeah,
very much like a seance vibe in a sense?
kind of. And Baz would make sure to have like a mirror, like be sitting crisscross, like on the floor, like candles around him, have like a mirror across for him, so like he can just open his eyes and see if anything changes. And
Okay.
yeah,
As you sit there crisscross applesauce on the floor of this dark and this is just ambiance purely. This question is ambiance purely. Would you have closed the curtains to the black lake to make it darker in here?
no, I think he would have left them open because
Okay.
like the lake for him is calming since he literally lives underneath of it.
And I will say the blue lake, not the blue lake, the black lake, wrong color. The black lake doesn't give a lot of light. When you go to an aquarium and you're like walking through like a hallway and there's like those windows where you can see like the seals and stuff like that, but it doesn't really give like a lot of light in a sense.
Yeah,
Just enough to kind of see like what you're doing and see things, but not necessarily where it's like lighting up the whole room. But you get that kind of like blue hue in the room from the Black Lake. Bluish green. And you sit there, crisscross applesauce, eyes closed, um, with a few candles around you to give you some more lights in the room. And you do you think about? You said you would think about that time that you saw the red eyes, right?
yeah, and then like think about the stuff that like he's learned about them, like how it's not a natural thing, it's a something his dad did to him and himself,
Yeah,
and like all of that stuff.
yeah. Not you say, you sit and focus and think about the red eyes, think about your dad, um, and just everything that has happened as far as that goes. And you start to feel something. If you start to feel magic, but a very familiar but also different type of magic. Start to you can definitely sense black magic in the air as the candles that were around you are hoofed out. Um, the only light within this room right now is just the hue of the blue and green kind of coming off of the black lake as you sit in the middle of the room. Like I said, you get a sense of that black magic, but different. Almost like when it's like you're eating Doritos, but the flavor of the Doritos is different. It's not nacho cheese, it's Cool Ranch, but they're still Doritos. That type of vibe. The flavoring of the black magic is different. A very primal, a very different feeling of magic that you've felt before. When you shapeshift and transform into different people or things, it comes from a place of your own feeling of magic. This magic that you're kind of channeling and calling on, thinking about, is not yours in a sense. You get that feeling as well. This is not your magic that you're calling upon. Um, are you attempting to turn your eyes red?
I think Baz is kind of just seeing what's gonna happen, you
Okay.
know? So, kinda, yeah, I guess.
Aaron said, "What the fuck?" That's the best way I know to say it. It's the best way I know. Sorry, I'm not good at describing. Um,
Doritos.
sorry.
I like the introducing new flavor, Black Magic Doritos.
Hey, yo, those sound like those would slap though.
Yeah,
Black Magic Doritos,
they sound like they'd be like extra spicy.
facts, but like not spicy to where like my mouth is on fire, but just enough to where I would just have like a water bottle with me. But that's all I need. Oh, anyway, as you kind of sit there, in this dark room with the hue of blue and green over you, you said you have a small mirror in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Um, you have this small mirror in front of you, and you can see you're you're focusing, giving it all you can. Question for you: you know that black magic, in order to do it, there has to be some sort of sacrifice or transfer. I will allow you to proceed and and find out more about this. But for the foreseeable future, you will have to take a -1 to your magic as you're going to give up some of your magic
So I'd only
power in order to go further.
okay. So like I would just be rolling like I'm losing one of my of my plus two, or I'm just losing both the two.
Just one.
Okay, so I just roll up one then. Okay, I'll I'll do it.
Okay. As you look into this mirror, you see one of the irises of your eyes turn almost like the eye itself doesn't turn red, like your eye isn't bloodshot, but just the purely iris of your eyes turns a deep and dark red. As you look into the mirror, it cracks, but you can still make out the red in your eyes. And you get a sense as well that like almost like black magic touched your eye directly in a sense, if that makes any type of sense to you. Um you start to feel almost like a primal like anger inside of you, almost like a rage inside of you. But you do feel your magic itself, even though you gave up some of your magic, you can almost feel like power in a sense coursing through you. Do you try to hold on to that or let it go?
I think Baz would try to hold on to it to see like what it
What
is.
happens? You can feel it's almost like an adrenaline rush. It's where like you start to get angry in a sense. Your heart starts beating faster. But you can feel like that you're more powerful in a sense. And I would say you have an impulse. I would say you have an impulse to cast a spell, maybe to test it.
Uh, I think Baz would just cast like Defendo at one of the targets because that's his like big spell, you know.
Um, gotcha. You cast Defendo at one of the targets. you can see as you cast Defendo, normally it may just like, make like a little slice on the dummy. You cut, as you cast Defendo, you cut the entire dummy in half. And not just one dummy, but two. Just completely slicing them straight down, like a diagonal slice through the dummies, and they just the top half just kind of slowly slides off of the bottom half and hits the floor on two of the dummies.
I think Baz was kind of like, right then, be like, all right, I need to take a step back and
Yeah, and
calm.
you see instantly as you kind of try to pull yourself out of it, you can see like a part of you that's not you try to fight you for a second. Um, but then as soon as you feel that feeling, is as soon as you kind of push that feeling out of you, and your eye turns back to its normal color, and the candles beside you reignite again as you sit here in this empty room.
I think Baz would be like, okay, I need to talk to people about this. And he would just kind of like not repair the dummies, or no, he would cast reparo on the dummies and try to like
Mhm.
get them back together and be like, okay, I need to talk to my friends about this.
Gotcha. Cool. And
Because
you get up and leave the room, I'm assuming?
yeah, or
Gotcha.
Baz would double check, make sure his eyes look normal, and then
Yeah, and you double check and it's the same. Not the same, but your eyes are back to normal. Your dad was into some weird shit.
yeah, and somehow it's gotten on me. So I will get that my +2 back in the future, right? Though.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like you said, you said for the foreseeable future. I just want to make sure that I'll get it
Yeah,
back.
it's
That
not.
didn't just
This isn't.
permanently
Maybe
handicap myself.
maybe the next session
Okay.
you'll have that -1, but it's not going to be nothing unless you choose to make it a permanent thing where your eye stays red. Um, then I might ask a little bit more, but for now, yeah, you'll get it back in the future.
I feel like before Baz does anything too permanent, he would want to learn more about it. So I think next session I'm gonna have Baz talk to Glenn about sneaking into the forbidden section.
I will say though that definitely Bass kind of knows now because he's had not just one but multiple run-ins with black magic, that black magic almost requires a sacrifice. It requires you to offer up something in return for, you know, whatever you're trying to do. You have to offer something up, whether it be power from yourself, something existential, like this is the most far-fetched, but a person or blood or whatever, you
Yeah.
would like to sacrifice. It does require some sort of sacrifice in order to gain. So, but that's just something that Baz would kind of note as you have had multiple run-ins with black magic.
Yeah.
Um, but you kind of take a step back, like fuck this, I'm going somewhere else. Where do you head off to?
This he would probably head up to the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher to talk with him, to be like, "Hey, is it cool if I use your classroom? Because I got asked to teach someone to help someone practice for dueling club tryouts, and
Yeah,
since you're in charge of dueling club,
yeah. Before you get there, can you make a mind roll for me?
yeah." 7.
As you're kind of walking up one of the moving staircases towards, because you have to go up from the dungeons to the Divinity into Dark Arts classroom. You're walking up one of the moving staircases, and you would see Neil kind of walking down one of the staircases as you're going up.
I feel
He
like
doesn't seem
Baz.
like he's noted you. He hasn't noticed you, but you would note him. Notice him. Sorry.
I feel like Baz. Is there like an offshoot, like one of the staircases goes off to the side?
Yeah.
Hallway. Okay. Baz would probably just like, without Neil really noticing what's going on, just kind of grab his arm and like kind of pull him down one of those hallways real quick, just to talk to him.
He
Those
said,
points.
"What's?" And you kind of just grab him and push him down one of the hallways.
Yeah, so I just like walked by, hooked my arm with him, and just whoop him away.
He says, "Bezzelton, where are we going?"
I just wanted to talk. Wanted to see
He
how
says,
you were doing.
"For somebody so small, you two are strong."
Thank you. That's a compliment.
And you take him down one of just the side hallways. There's like a couple people coming here and there passing.
Yeah. I just kind of stand off to the side though and be like, so, how are you doing with, everything involving what went down?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like it sucks more for Sage than it does for me, honestly.
Glenn has a hard time trusting people. I'm not going to speak for her,
Honestly, I can tell. Yes.
but give her time. Hopefully, things will warm up. But it's going to take time. And hopefully, we can figure something out that won't involve your death.
I and you see you guys kind of. He kind of goes and just sits down. We'll just say there's a bench next near you guys. He kind of goes and sits at the bench and he says, "Look, I." Sorry. He says, "Look, I completely understand uh, resistance to me and trusting me, but what happens if I do this? What happens if I make this unbreakable vow? Is she still going to question me? Will my trust still be in question once I make this ultimate sacrifice for you all?"
Do not know on her behalf. I cannot speak for her. She is her own person who. Her brain is sometimes so far ahead of everyone else that she loses track of what's around her. Sometimes she can get angry, but that is not right now what's going on. Okay? She feels like there has been a breach of trust, which kind of there was. We weren't asked to have you knowing this stuff about us, have you knowing about the Gorgon, my family, drama, and all of that. The item that is in question.
I understand. I'm not saying that. I'm not. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that she isn't right for what she done, but does that mean that you guys can't say anything to anybody? You have to. I feel like you have to trust people at some point, and the way that things are going, obviously not your way. And I'm not saying that I should be the one for you all to trust. If you guys truly do not want me there, then by all means obliviate me. But what happens if somebody else slips up? Is it automatic, unbreakable vow?
I don't know. We have not had this happen before. We've only have had each other. And this is the first time anyone's tried to bring someone outside of that in. So it's new ground, untouched ground that we have yet to explore. So we don't have a code, we don't have rules. We just know that we have these secrets that we've never shared with anyone, even barely even teachers. And there's the few that we have trusted have either gone missing, have not listened to us, and then we end up at a bottom of a lake, and I end up murdering someone.
I understand. I'm not saying at all what you guys haven't done is traumatic or nonetheless heroic. But it, if, if you choose to keep going on like this, what you have, sorry, what you have can't last. And I'm not saying your friendship, but I'm saying this secret, this all these secrets. I understand you all are very untrustworthy of people, and rightfully so. But if something were to happen and somebody was to find out, why wouldn't you step up or anybody step up and just feels like Glenn is dictating everything. And I'm not saying that she doesn't trust you all because I'm sure she's doing this for you all, but
What
it
she
feels like she's
believes,
taking the choice out of everyone's hands.
she believes that this is the best course. I don't know what I feel yet, and so I don't feel like I should cut into much. Look, this is a tough thing that, again, untouched ground, something we have not divulged into before. Hopefully, something gets figured out that does not involve your death being on the line and on her hands. Look, I like you, Neil. I think you're a cool guy, okay?
Really?
Yes, and you've definitely have changed in the last year. But
Well, well, I really appreciate it. You're pretty
you,
cool too, you know.
thank you.
I love your
You,
hair, by the way.
I can change it on a dime, and he's gonna snap his fingers. It's gonna turn blue.
Wow.
uh, he's gonna go. Sorry, Cody's next to me, just making so much noise. I'm gonna mute myself for like a second.
No, you're good. Woo.
Sorry about that. He was trying to get his laptop and just knocked over a ton of stuff.
Nice. Nice. Very Cody-ish thing to do.
um. So the last thing I said was, I think you're a pretty cool guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Then he said, "Really?" And then he said, "I love your hair, by the way." And then you said, "I can change it on a drop of a dime," and you snap your fingers and it turned blue.
Uh. But as is gonna kind of look back at him and be like, the thing is, like what Glenn said, you deal in information, you deal in secrets, so it's understandable to see where she is coming from in not fully trusting you, because literally your job in the school is to sell people secrets, to sell things, and our secrets are really big secrets. They're things that we have held to our chest for so long. And she's scared that that's going to get out. She's scared that people are going to learn about this and then we're going to get attacked, that others are going to get attacked. She is coming at this from a point of anger because she's hurt and doesn't fully know how to process that, in my opinion. But I don't
I okay, sorry.
I don't fully know what she's going if at the end of this week what she's going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. I am trying to stay as neutral as I can. But the fact that now you know about my father and the things that he has done, you see,
I do. And I am in no way saying that you guys should not have your guard up. I'm not saying that at all. Because I understand as somebody who grew up in the not so nicest of places, I understand. But, question, tables were turned, and instead of me and Sage, what if this was you and Quentin? Would you be okay with what's going on?
he, the thing with between me and Quentin is quite different in that sense because I haven't told him a single thing.
Or what if you
Besides,
did? What if you choose to? Or do you expect for you to be friends or whatever and not let him know anything for forever? Because then you're not being your most true self, don't you think?
Baz is gonna kind of straighten up and go, "Look, this is one of those times that I don't have an answer, or a quip, or something smart ass to say."
Sorry, out of character Christian is like mind blown. But go ahead.
Well, Baz could be like, I have quips. I don't want to say them because they don't fit to the moment. but
Yeah.
but Baz is just like, sometimes things are meant to stay secret. Sometimes they're not. The few things that I have talked to Quentin about, I have made sure it's okay with everyone first before letting him know certain things.
I understand, and I've already apologized to Sage, and I'll do it to Glenn as well. And I guess you, I'm sorry for coming out and blurting and not have giving her a chance to explain. That was on my part, and she's already expressed to me the wrongdoing on my part.
Look, just we will see what comes of it. Okay?
First year kind of walks past you in the hall. Hey, Bess.
I'm just gonna kind of look at them and go, "Hello, I don't know you."
Just a random kid.
They're just like, "Hello, random child."
Um, but he says, "I am willing to do whatever you all think is best. I want to help. I want to join you all. But if you truly believe that's not the best course of action, I will do whatever you all intend for me to do. Because I understand that the information that Sage shared with me was not something that apparently was allowed to be shared. So I didn't know. Never mind that. But
Look, we don't have rules and regulations over our
oh,
friendship. It's
really,
just we didn't expect our secrets, the things that we have kept to our chests for now going on the third years the school, to be shared with others, to be told to other people. And no offense of all people, the one person in the school who literally gets paid to tell people's secrets, to get secrets and to talk about them.
I understand.
That
I
why
It's
I'm will
scary.
fully admit I'm having a hard time with this in my own is because if we don't do something, what if, no offense, you two are lovely, what if you don't work? What if you go your own way? And then, in a moment of anger and emotion, you tell someone our stuff. And then that starts getting spread and spread. Or something happens where you are now in danger because of us
You
and
think I'm
get
doing
taken.
you think I'm doing this because of Sage? Do you think I would I have my own reasons why I'm willing to agree to this?
And what
And
are
I will
your
say
reasons?
out of character at this moment. Great question. Before actually the reason this past session, um, with Sage telling Neil that he needs to be more open with you guys, he kind of stops and he like goes to speak and then pulls himself back. He says, "Look, my." He kind of like looks around to see. My parents were killed by Voldemort, slain, and the fact that they were. I don't have any parents. I don't have a mother or father here with me right now. I want to continue that legacy. If whatever evil is out there, I want to help fight it. Whether that be information broker, whether that be as, just an ally. I would like to be there.
I'm sorry for laughing. Aaron is going off in the Twitch chat right now. I just looked down and it's like boom, 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 boom.
Um,
Sorry, that caught me off guard. I looked down
you're
and see
good.
like 3, 4 messages from her.
But she says, or actually he says, I would love to sit and have at least a mother like you do, but I don't. I I would like to continue what my parents left behind. And I understand that you all are untrustworthy of me. Like I said before, you all can do whatever you think is the best. But I'm telling you, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to hurt you. Only here to help.
A lot of people died at Voldemort's hand, and I'm sorry that your family was one of them. I have a question for you. Are
I can
you
answer.
just are you just using Sage for this?
I would never. You can make an insight roll if you would like to.
Yeah. Oh damn. uh
Double sixes? Hell yeah.
yeah.
You can see that you can see a lot of things behind Neil's eyes. Um, you can't obviously see into his eyes, but just kind of the vibe you're getting from him is of course it is a little bit of Sage. It'd be crazy to think that it's not. But most of this is him wanting to be better, be more braver. And the fact that he's never had you've never seen him really with friends besides Quentin and maybe Christian every now and then. But he met them because of you guys. Of course, he didn't. He already knew Quentin before you guys, but he met most of the people that he usually talks to because of you guys. And the fear of him being alone again would absolutely destroy him. There's a bunch of things you can. There's a bunch of maybe whys or question marks or reasonings behind Neil's desire to join you all. But of course, Sage is one of them, but she's not the number one. It'd be stupid for her not to be one of them.
Baz is gonna just kind of look at him and go, "Look, I don't know what's gonna happen at the end of this deadline. I will say my piece, but you need to tell what you've told me to them. And I don't know if you've told Sage or not. I'm
Have
hoping you have. Good.
She was actually pretty angry with me when she told me.
I don't blame her. I mean, you did tell us that you went on a backpacking trip across America with your family.
Sorry.
Look, give Glenn time. She hopefully will get her rational mind back from being as angry as she was. Because she was very, very angry. I don't fully know what to tell you at this point in time.
Sorry.
You have. Look. You have said sorry enough. Okay? I need to go. But just try not to kill yourself or get yourself killed.
See you later, Basildon.
Baz is gonna kind of like pat on the shoulder and then walk away.
And I will say, you don't get a feeling that he's sad at all. It's more,
Well, I mean, do a suicidal thing in the sense of
yeah,
like, I want to do this, so I'll put my life on the line, is what I
yeah.
mean by it. Not,
And I will say still, he doesn't seem like he's sad. He seems more determined, if that's the right word. But yeah, he says, "See you, Basildon," and he gets off and kind of just walks down the hallway. And you head up to go and see Bradley.
yeah,
You get to the, or you were gonna go to the Defenseless and Dark Arts classroom to ask if you could, right?
can, yeah, to tutor him to get,
Yeah. Is there anywhere you wanted to go before, or you want to go straight there?
just straight there.
Okay. You head straight there, and Professor Noctis is not inside there. At least not in the classroom. You can maybe tell he's up in his office if you want to go in there.
Yeah, Baz will just kind of go up and like knock on the door.
You see, he doesn't open the door, but his head just kind of pops out.
Like,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah. Actually, I have to. Yeah. Sorry. Whole bunch of voices. Whole bunch of. I can't remember
It,
what
it's
exactly
okay.
dialect it's
In
full.
the other campaign, I keep slipping into Baz's accent and voice and everything, and I was like, no, guys, not do that.
And you are?
Uh, Basilton Grimm, I was in your class on.
Oh yes, you are the first one. Okay. What do you
So
need?
since you're in charge of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Club as the head teacher of it, I was wondering if I could help tutor somebody in your classroom today, like in a little bit,
Yeah,
for.
sure. Take all the time you need. And he says, just don't bother me. And he pops his head back and closes the door.
Alrighty then. I would then send a message to Bradley and be like, "Hey, come up to the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom."
I'm coming. Message you just get back.
God.
A couple seconds later, he arrives. And you can see he's as he kind of enters, he's a shorter boy. Much like maybe you've grown a little bit, but he's about the same size you were when you were first year. He has this black kind of like messy hair, and like his like robes look like they're maybe too big for him, maybe hand me down robes. Um, but he says, "Hey, you're Beth Lieutenant Grimm.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Can I
Um,
shake your hand?"
you're. Are you sticky?
No.
Okay. Batson would hold out his hand.
And he shakes it. You don't feel any sticky or anything.
Okay. And Batson would be like, okay, what do you know of, like, dueling magic?
Oh, it's only the third day. Um,
Okay, this is. I don't want this to come off bad. Are you pure blooded? Are you mixed? Muggle born?
I'm pure blood.
Did your family not teach you any spells or anything?
No.
I. Okay, then. Alright, I will.
I live with my grandmother,
Oh boy.
and
Okay!
she's um too old to get around and really teach me anything.
Okay. So, what would be an easy, like, defense spell that I could teach him? Like,
For
where's.
first year,
I'm looking for important handouts. I'm still not used to the new layout. It looks so good, but there it is.
I'm on it right now. I mean, Incendio, Locomotor Mortis, the Trip Jinx, Petrificus Totalis. That'd be it.
I'll try to teach him, Petrificus Totalis. Yeah, that's like,
Um,
alright. I am going to cast a spell on you so you can see what it feels like to have the spell done on you. And
why?
then, because for me, I learned from getting hit by the spell.
Is it gonna hurt?
It's gonna bind your body and not allow you to move for a minute.
All right.
So Baz is gonna start levitating the desks and moving them to like either side of the to the walls, and then is gonna kind of like stand there and then kind of move across the room and be like, "Are you ready?"
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
ready.
and then yeah, I'd cast it on him, and be like, "See, that's the body binding spell."
And he just drops to the floor and face plants.
As he's about
Ow!
to, as he's like falling, I'd like kind of catch him, and be like, "All right, let," and then you can release your spell, right? Or like
Yeah.
so it doesn't have to. Okay, yeah, release the spell, let him get his balance again. Be like, that's the spell I'm gonna teach you. Okay. So now
Mhm.
you know how it's supposed to work. And so I'm gonna kind of pull one of the like
You see,
dueling
he
dummies.
has his hand in his wand in his hand, and it's like shaking like this right here. Just
That's gonna kind of like grab the tip of his wand, and be like, no. Fez be like, you have to hold it still, like strong, stiff. Don't wiggle it, because you'll miss. You have to be confident in what you are doing,
okay.
and then kind of like teach him the motions and everything. And
Swish and flick.
yeah, Fez like, just are you angry? Do you have any anger in you?
Yeah.
And
Uh,
he's
he
like,
says, he says, no.
"Hey, your emotions affect your magic. Whatever emotion you feel the most, tap into that emotion. Sometimes it might be anger, sometimes it'll be happiness. It is up to you on which one you use. So, what are you feeling right now, besides nerves?"
Uh, scared.
Okay, let's think of things that make you happy.
All right. Um, when my grandma makes like a pumpkin pie on the weekend, it's really good.
Okay, think of other things that make you happy.
Uh, tea. Um, the the scones in the Great Hall in the mornings. Um,
I'm gonna like step back and go cast the spell.
um, okay. Let me actually roll for him.
Please don't fail, child. It's a +2.
He says, uh, fish. Sorry. Um, my bad. Uh, Petrificus Totalis. You see, like we says Totalis, he kind of like jumps a bit, like he's afraid, like to kick back
Oh,
from the wall. But he does successfully cast a spell, so target just winds up and falls to the floor.
basically like, good job. See, you got it.
Thanks. Wow, I'm learning a spell from Madison Grimm.
You just wait until you get into higher years, and you'll get more fun spells.
All right. Uh,
You want to see one of
did
my
you
my favorite first year spells?
did you really kill a Gorgon?
Here, I'll show you my favorite first year spell, and then he's gonna turn the target into a badger. Just
Wow.
that one
Badger.
is fun because it confuses people and scares people. And then I'm gonna quickly turn it back as like it comes running at us, just like, ugh.
um, he says, "Wow, such a great wizard."
um,
You can see like he's like stars. He's like starstruck, stars in his eyes.
he's just gonna be like, all right, keep practicing that spell, okay? Just don't attack anyone.
All right. Uh, sounds good. I got it.
Okay. And then Bez's like, keep. I'll hang out with you while you keep practicing to make sure you don't hurt yourself.
Hey.
And yeah, so
Um,
Baz would take a seat at like one of the desks and just kind of watch him run the spell.
yeah, and he starts casting like he's still a little scared by his own power. It seems like. But he does, he does get it right 3 or 4 times. Of course, like he messes up, but you're there to critique him and help him with stuff like that. And you guys finally finish. He says, "Well, I feel like I'm a better wizard now.
Well, just remember,
Can I tell everybody we're friends?"
you can tell them I taught you the spell.
Okay.
Look, you don't need to have a ton of friends. Alright? Just
You do.
not really.
You're on the paper all the time.
That. Yeah, yes, but I don't really think they talk about my friends or my friendships. I think they mostly talk about me or where I'm at. But take your time with magic. It's not something most people pick up like that. Saying that as Baz is one of the people that just like, ooh, new spell.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll practice.
Uh,
Um,
I thought. Didn't Dueling Club tryouts already happen?
Yeah. Um, but you can see maybe he was probably too nervous to go.
So, what is the real reason you wanted to learn this spell?
Make a heart roll.
That's not the best. It's a 5.
He says, "I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know what it was like to train with you. Can I tell my friends?
Sure.
Okay.
I will.
I'll let them know that you're open to give lessons. All
I,
right, bye."
I wouldn't say I'm
He
open to
runs out.
giving lessons, but.
He runs out.
Hmm. Baz is gonna
Oh,
start putting the desks all back to where they go and everything.
yeah. You finish putting back the desk, where they go in straight lines, stuff like that. It's probably around like 5 o'clock right now. What does Baz want to do for the rest of the day?
I feel like Baz would send a message to the entire group, being like, "Hey, we need to talk. I kind of did something. Don't know how I feel about it. Um, so yeah."
Okay.
And then he
I don't
would.
know what they would say, so I'm just
Oh,
gonna assume that.
that that's for next session. I'm just
Yeah.
putting it out there that that's something I want to talk about next session.
Okay. Gotcha.
um,
I'm just gonna play everybody real quick.
just DM them, see what they say.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, that was mostly just as like a, hey, this is something I want to
Do next
do.
session.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm trying to think.
Quentin.
Oh yeah, Baz could go to Hog's meet with Quentin. So
Okay. You could do that, or I mean, is Baz isn't planning to play Quidditch this year, is he?
no, he's
Okay.
doing charm. Or has the tryouts for Charms Club happened yet?
I would say Charms Club and Dueling Club is kind of the same thing. Um, you learn a lot of the same spells. So I would say basically, you're already in Dueling Club. I mean, you're already in Charms Club.
Okay. Ooh, I actually have a thing.
Mhm.
Baz would go and talk to the history of magic teacher.
Interesting. I haven't tested out a voice for him yet. Okay,
You're welcome. Figure it out on the spot.
as always. Um, you head, down the stairs into the history of magic room. You know that not seeing people come around here when class is in session because it's like, why the hell would I want to go to history of magic? But you would knock, and I'm guessing walk in the classroom.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see there's anybody there as you kind of walk inside.
Just kind of keep walking around, and be like, "Hello, uh, Mr. Ben."
Uh, and you can see this older ghost kind of appears on the other side of the classroom.
Baz would like fully jump, be like, "Huh!" and like have wand in hand, like, "Huh! Oh God."
Sorry to startle you, young man. What can I do for you?
Ah, I had a question for you. In the histories of magics, um, is there been a form of magic that has changed the wielder's eyes?
Wielder's eyes. Like color changing magic or
Like, a side effect of the magic makes the wielder's eyes change color.
oh I don't know about That one. Y'all
Or
don't let me. Go ahead, young man.
anyone in history that has red eyes, like the irises of their eyes are red.
Red irises. Uh, you see, he's like struggling to like even fucking think. He says, red eyes. Let me go check the textbooks. Hold on. And he kind of walks up to the side of the room and floats up to like one of the like top shelves on the bookshelf and pulls one of the books off. Okay, it's red eyes, red eyes. Sorry, it's a little dark in here.
Bazzer just cast Lumos.
Oh, oh, you are a saint, young man. Are you in one of my classes?
I was here like a couple hours ago.
Oh, you're a lot
I
shorter than you're first year.
I'm a third year. And then Baz would be like, I mean, I know my hair was pink earlier, and then snap his fingers and turn back to the pink.
Oh,
Or
first year.
third year.
Uh, third year. Sorry. Let me look here. Why are you looking into this, young man? Was it? Did I give you this project?
Can I roll a bluff?
Yeah, go ahead and
It was
go ahead and roll a
convince.
yeah, be a heart. Do you want to use your Slytherin trait?
I don't think I have to. I got a 10.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to get the glasses sitting right on the tip of your nose. Um, what project was it for?
Uh, just history of wizards and unique interactions with magics. And I thought about color changing eyes as a metamorph magi. Magic that affects a physical appearance is something I'm curious about.
Oh, interesting. I really love a curious student. I tell you that. I just had I a couple years ago, about 20 years ago, there was this student named Baron, and he was just the best. He was always curious and coming in and asking questions, and I helped him find all his books. I really should. Let me see if I can find his number for you. I really should connect you two on what's what. He could be able to teach you without. I'm sorry. What was it you were looking for?
Magic that changes your eye color.
I could. Sorry.
Um, what type of things were. Aaron's like, his what? His number? Phone number? um, Baz like, could you give me the same books that you gave Baron, that you gave this Baron guy?